Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. I want to talk about the peace deal, but let's go to Tiffany in Georgia really quickly while Mike gets that sound set up for us. Go ahead, Tiffany.
Hey, Shelley, I since you said you were a Christian, I'm not sure how long you've been saved, but I believe that what has just happened is Ezekiel chapter 37 and chapter 38, where there's been a peace accord that will be signed, and it's a godless peace accord, and it will be rejected, and it's talking about the war of Gog and Magog. I believe that's what has just happened today.
Okay.
And when they say there will be peace, and then sudden destruction. So I hate to say it, but I think what we just saw today was Bible prophecy being fulfilled.
All right.
Although I am a Christian and I'm real excited about it, because that means I'll be going home soon. Maybe not by rapture.
Right.
But I do believe that it's going to bring about war.
All right. We'll see. I hope not, but okay. Great call, Tiffany. All right.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you later. All right. Have a great night. All right. All right. I'm not scholar, but Ezekiel's in the Old Testament, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it is. All right. We'll see. Interesting. Interesting. I haven't heard that, so I'm not a biblical scholar, so I don't know. But I think it's good news. We'll see. But I should have asked her, why does she mean it's godless? I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, I kind of want to talk about the peace deal, but I don't have a lot of time. So what do we want to do? What are we going to do here, Shelley Winter? So let's do this. I want to talk about it. Donald Trump made some comments about getting to heaven. I want you to hear this, and I think it's the greatest, most honest thing ever in the history of the world.
You had talked a couple of weeks ago, you were doing an interview, and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. How does this help? Does this help?
I mean, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly an Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven, but I've made life a lot better for a lot of people.
Let me tell you something. We can laugh, we can joke. Let me tell you something. That's part of the reason why I support President Trump, why I voted for him in 16, 20, and 24. Right there. When people ask you, hey, did you vote for the president? Why? Give them this answer. Point them to that clip. Because that is where my respect for him comes from. That's where it comes from. That answer right there. That is how men talk. Men talk like that. Man, I don't know. I don't think so. I got a bunch of friends. They go to church every Sunday. They've turned their life over to Christ. They've been reborn again. They will say the exact same thing. Now, you can argue with them and say, well, if you turn your life over. No, they know it's not that cut and dry. Now, theology says it is, but humans, we men of faith, especially men. Someone asked me that same question. I will say the same answer. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I got to go. I look back over my life. I don't know. I haven't done anything too bad. But I haven't been the best human I can possibly be. So I don't know. It's a man's answer. It's how any man would answer. And if you ask someone that question, especially men, and they say, oh, yeah, I'm in, I'm going, you should walk very quickly away from that man. You should walk very quickly away from that man because they are full of you know what. I'm just talking. I'm not trying to get into the Bible. I'm not trying to have a bunch of calls tonight about the Bible. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to tell you Trump's answer. I don't know. I don't know. This may be heaven for me on Air Force One. That's a real answer. It really, really is. And that's the thing. If you go back, I get mad at him sometime. If you listen to the show enough, I get mad at Mr. President Trump a lot. I get mad. I do. Right? I do. But that right there reminds me. That right there, that answer to that question reminds me of when I first started liking a dude in 2015. That answer right there. That's why I like him. Man, you are real. You are real as it gets. Because that is a real answer. The Shelley Winter Show. We will be right back. 404-872-0750. 1-800-WSB Talk. We'll be right back. When we come back, we're going to talk about the peace deal today. And I'm going to play a clip from my interview from Friday with Eitan Weiss, the Consul General for Israel from the southeastern United States. You got to hear what he had to say on Friday about the peace deal. We'll be right back.